Because there are over 30,000 Igbos that were killed. People that have their shop and no shops. People lost their businesses. Nobody can discuss. A lot of Igbos were killed, Sean. A lot of Igbos were killed. If you don't know it today, let Igbos stop being emotional. And we must condemn some certain behaviors. You cannot rant up in a court of competent jurisdiction. I take exception to it. It's job. If you are displeased, you go to appellate court. It's not to start insulting the man.
They hire hoodlums from outside the Imo State. They bring them in pretending to be IPOB, and they commit this crime and they they go away.
If anybody tells you that IPOB is the one killing people in Orji Uzor, it is not correct. Wicked politicians are sponsoring the killings in Orji.
I condemn any manner of killing. Every manner of killing I condemn in its entirety. I want you to understand that. Because IPOB was founded on a non-violent principle.
30,000 Igbo lives lost. Orji Uzor Kalu's claim versus the truth Nigerians must hear. Nigerians, today we need to ask a question that many people are afraid to even whisper. How did the number 30,000 Igbo deaths suddenly enter the political conversation? And why now? Who counted it? Where is the evidence? Why did the statement come from Orji Uzor Kalu, someone from the same state as Nnamdi Kanu? And why is this coming at the very moment when the court admitted there is no visual, no pictorial, no video evidence linking Nnamdi Kanu to killings? Today, we are not attacking anyone. We are fast-checking, cross-examining and analyzing a claim that could shape political narratives ahead of 2027. Let's break this down carefully. Let's start with the shocking claim. Orji Uzor Kalu reportedly said that 30,000 Igbos were killed due to Nnamdi Kanu's activities. Immediately, questions poured in from every corner of Nigeria. Who recorded this figure? Which report documented it? Which security agency published it? Which official statement shows Nnamdi Kanu ordered anyone to attack anybody? And remember, Orji Uzor Kalu and Nnamdi Kanu are from the same state. This alone makes this statement even more shocking and suspicious. Is this a political calculation? Is it pressure from the system? Is it an attempt to shape public opinion before the next election cycle? We don't know, but we must ask the questions many are scared to ask. Fast check what we actually know. Let's be honest and straightforward. 1. The recent court ruling said there is no pictorial or visual evidence showing Nnamdi Kanu with guns, weapons, violent actions or ordering killings. Not one video, not one photo, not one document. Just Nnamdi Kanu said, we believe he said. That is the foundation of the entire argument. And now, somehow, this lack of evidence is being combined with a numerical claim of 30,000 deaths. Where did the number come from? 2. During the EndSARS protests, the government claimed nobody was killed at the Lekki toll gates. That was the official narrative. So now the same political space is saying Nnamdi Kanu made people die during EndSARS. Which one is true? No deaths or deaths. This is what we mean by contradiction. A contradiction that Nigerians have every right to question. 3. Governor Hope Uzodimma once said clearly, IPOB is not responsible for killings in the southeast. This was not a rumor. This was not a social media gist. This came from a serving governor who received security briefings. So how do we move from IPOB didn't do it to 30,000 people died because of IPOB? In a matter of months, there are gaps that demand answers. Now let's look at self-defense versus violence, the mix-up. Nnamdi Kanu publicly said things that many interpret as strong, forceful and emotional, but he also repeatedly said, defend yourselves. Self-defense is a statement. many Nigerian leaders have made. T.Y. Danjuma told his people the same thing. Multiple northern elders have said the same. Yoruba, Niger Delta, Middle Belt leaders have said the same at different times. So, why is self-defense suddenly being interpreted as a call for violence? Is it because of politics? Is it because of timing? Is it because certain narratives favor certain interests ahead of elections? Again, we don't know. But Nigerians deserve to ask, why did Orji Uzor Kalu say this now? This is where the suspicion gets deeper. Remember, when Orji Uzor Kalu was asked on TVC to comment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial, he refused. He said, the case is before Justice James Omotosho. I can't comment. So, how did we move from total silence to suddenly making one of the most dramatic, controversial statements ever made by any Igbo politician? Let's analyze the possible motives. 1. Seeking favor from the government. People have said this, and it is not far-fetched. This is the same politician who begged for certain positions, including the Senate presidency, and publicly complained when he didn't get them. 2. Trying to distance himself from IPOB to secure political survival. Many politicians do this when they sense pressure from Abuja. 3. Attempting to shake public opinion before 2027. A big claim like 30,000 deaths is powerful enough to influence voters. 4. Trying to appear as the reasonable Igbo leader to national power brokers. A political strategy seen many times in Nigerian politics. Are these motives true? We don't know, but we cannot pretend these possibilities don't exist. Let's see what the Igbo public is asking. People across Igbo land are now raising very strong questions. Why did the number come from him, not from security agencies? Why is there no report backing the claim? Why is the timing so suspicious? Why contradict Uzodimma's earlier statement? Why is there no consistency in the story? This is where the debate becomes intense. Now let's look at the wider national question. What does this claim mean for Nigeria? If a political figure can throw around huge numbers without documented evidence, if court cases can rely on, he said, they said, if narratives can shift depending on political mode, then Nigerians must ask, what else is being manipulated behind the scenes? Who benefits from this narrative? What is the goal of this sudden 30,000 death claim? Politics is never random in Nigeria. Nothing happens by accident. Now let us see the final analysis, which is the heart of the suspicion. When you combine a sudden unverified number, a trial without visual evidence, a government contradiction over EndSARS, a governor saying IPOB didn't do the killing, a politician who wants government favor, a coming 2027 political battle, and ethnic tension rising again, you get a narrative that is not only suspicious, but dangerously convenient for some political actors. This is why Nigerians must question, analyze, and fast-check everything. The debate question for viewers. Now, Nigerians, let me ask you, do you believe Orji Uzor Kalu's 30,000 deaths claim? Or do you think it is a political statement without evidence? Do you think this narrative is being shaped ahead of 2027? And who do you think benefits from pushing such a massive emotional number into the Igbo political space? Tell me in the comments, what do you think is really going on?